why I think that might be is because she's one of the characters or one of the actors, sorry, who didn't feel like they had to do an impression. Whereas, people obviously know OJ Simpson, remember Robert Shapiro, will know Robert Kardashian to an extent, and, Marcia Clark isn't someone who you sort of will know, so she doesn't have to particularly work on the mannerisms as well as the others.
And also, I would say I was very surprised by Cuba Gooding Jr. I did think his portrayal was good.
I did. I enjoyed
believable.
It. One other thing that I thought was a bit much, and they probably didn't need to do it, was all the references to the Kardashians.
See, that annoyed me.
Well, because nobody
like,
Robert
please
Kardashian.
Don't kill yourself in Kim's bedroom, and the little girls running, in the...
She's saying Courtney, whatever, Chloe, stop running around.
Yeah. A little, cameo from Selma Blair there as Kris Jenner.
It was a bit of tongue-in-cheek, wasn't it?
And occasionally, and that you just jogged my memory there, that scene at the funeral, it sort of occasionally really went heavy exposition, like the two women at the funeral, I don't know who the other one was with Kris Jenner, and it was like, I knew this would happen, she should have left, he was always abusing her, and it's like, people don't talk like that.
Nobody does.
No.
So I had a sort of...
I know, I agree with you.
I like this, I don't like this. I like this, I don't like this.
I thought the stuff with the doctors was quite interesting as well. All the, he got all these sort of psychologists and people into...
Do you think, sorry to bring this to an end, but do you think that this will be a hit? It's going to be on primetime BBC 2, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Do you think it will be a big hit for the BBC?
I wouldn't say a hit.
No. I'm quite tempted to watch the next one just for Sarah Paulson and for Cuba Gooding Jr. If as soon as it focuses more on John Travolta and David Schwimmer, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, because the voice that Schwimmer's doing as well is all just a bit. It's on a level that is just really annoying.
Yeah, you know how he used to do that squeaky thing. As
like,
Ross,
Juice, where he keeps calling him Juice, doesn't he?
That was his nickname.
Yeah. But he just keeps calling him
all
Juice.
The time.
Yeah.
He's not the Juice anymore.
Juice.
Like,
he doesn't even call him the Juice, just Juice.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Right, well, now that we've...
like if we call Gary Squash.
Hold on. Now that we've squeezed the last bit of information out of that review, well done, lads.
Actually, I just want to say, Matt, is that it for you?
I don't know.
Thinking...
It's one of those odd ones where I'm really still not sure what I thought of it.
No, I don't know. I had such a conflicting...
I don't know Should we go home, Luke?
Yeah, let's go home. Because when I rang you, I thought, I really want to talk to Matt about it. But that's when it went mad after that. And then
did you not think to ring me again and say, no, don't bother, it goes nuts?
No, because I was so conflicted by the end, I wanted you to put me straight. But you're conflicted as well, so...
I'm keen to watch this programme to kind of, see if I disagree or agree with you two, or feel differently even. So that'd be fun. So I've done my bit now.
I didn't know you sung those every week.
I have to remind me to put them in.
Oh, right.
We've watched some telly. It's hardly worth discussing. Gary is still watching Call the Midwife.
Gary, did this last week's episode make you angry? Because it made me angry.
Did it make me angry? No, it didn't make me angry. What made you...
Did it make you hungry?
There doesn't need to be television involved for that to happen. I think it made me realise that they're moving more towards an ongoing plot. This whole kind of love triangle.
No, I meant
with the vicar.
Yeah,
but
I meant the stuff with the teacher. Where she basically found out she was pregnant by a married man. Nothing happened to him, but she lost her home, lost her job, tried to abort the baby herself with a clothes hanger, and ended up having to have a hysterectomy and never have children again.
But then they
this morning's gone dark.
I know. And then they went for the fluffy ending, her sort of staring into the distance with the kids and leaving off for a better life.
The old Vanessa Redgrave voiceover, even though I'm not quite sure why she still does the voiceover, because...
Well, I didn't realise it was her till the previous week.
I thought it was the lead... Yeah.
I thought it was the Jenny Agutter character.
No,
I didn't realise.
She's the older version of the Jessica Raine character, who's not in it anymore. So she's basically there remembering things she wasn't a part of.
I think it was reminiscent of what I thought the times would be like. You know, that I kind of worked out that she would lose her, at least the home. I didn't think she'd lose her job. I thought that was strange.
And the other storyline was the one about the typhoid.
Did they not go Zika virus?
No, it was the sort of old equivalent of the Zika virus. I thought the strange thing again, they went for the kind of nice ending. You know, the grandmother or the great grandmother having to move away into the flat, and then
I don't think they went for a nice ending, particular with the teacher. I think the teacher one was she's basically been run out of this town and had to start again somewhere else and not have any children. That's not a happy ending.
No, I'm not saying it's a happy ending.
It's an ending.
It was an ending. The one bit that did surprise me, and I kind of almost wish they'd done it, was when the Asian guy who thought they were all accusing, when he went to hospital to find his wife and the bed was empty, and I just thought, oh no, they're not going to do that. They're not going to kill her off, are they? And then he turns around and there she is. I kind of thought they were going to kill her off, and it was going to be a really...
They killed off the old bloke.
Yes, but then that was kind of coming, that was kind of...
You're both killing me off at this stage, because I don't know what you're talking about.
You might learn something in a minute.
And also on Sunday, Matt, for some reason, better known to himself.
Well, it's going to be on my weekly article on the web.
Yeah, but I don't want you to suffer for your art.
Well, I do.
Really don't.
Vera was back. That's my review.
Okay, that'll do. Can we leave it at that? Because there's nothing to say about this programme, is there? Really?
Brenda Blethyn's good, and it's nice scene.
No, she's not. She can't do the accent, or at least she couldn't a couple of series
pet.
ago. Is that all you need?
Yeah.
When Luke doesn't like a show,
It does sort of falter when she starts to do the big speeches.
She can't do the accent, I'm sorry.
No need to apologise.
I
mean, as I said earlier when I talked about The Good Wife, this was the last appearance of Cush Jumbo as Bethany Whelan, who got shot at the end of this and died.
Spoiler alert, if I want to catch up now, sorry folks.
Also, I didn't realise that Donna from EastEnders was in this as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Was she up and about?
No, wheeling around.
Oh.
Wheeling and dealing. She plays the intelligence officer in it, like the person who goes, I've just found this on the computer. So she's not in it very much, is it? Don't they have like a woman in a wheelchair in Silent
They
Witness?
do.
So
they do.
Do you reckon they're just trying to one over on Silent Witness?
I raise you, Donna from EastEnders. Stephen Hawking will turn up in the next...
Yeah, Stephen Hawking will turn up in Shetland. All his wheels will be wet. I swam all the way here.
He couldn't do Endeavour because the cobbles would be
the cobbles would get him,
Next up, Gary, because he's the oldest.
My Stephen Hawking impression.
Hello, I thought that was the mating call of a giraffe.
Hello, my name is Stephen Hawking.
Sounds more like he's underwater.
Yeah, that is Stephen Hawking underwater, like you'd have to be in Shetland,
So, because he's the oldest and yet the most contemporary of the trio, Gary spent time with superstar vloggers.
I have to say, I watched about 2 minutes of this and then found it insipid and annoying.
This show wasn't aimed at us, and I was amazed at the interest in vlogging. I'm aware of YouTube. I'm aware of vlogging, and I'm aware that YouTube now through the fact that you
how many of these superstar vloggers can you name?
Oh, none. I can't. Okay. They're irrelevant as far as I'm concerned because they do things that I'm not interested in. They do like makeup.
Zoella.
Who?
Zoella.
She wasn't on it, but that's the biggest
Zoella.
one.
I think superstar is the right word. Because of the fact they can make money through YouTube, through advertising and promotion and brand extension. I think that this is a whole thing that and one British guy was sold out like Waterstones in the Emirates Stadium or a convention room, and there was thousands of people there to see it.
That's Zoella's brother.
Joella.
No, it was some guy. No, there was.
Yeah, that's Zoella's brother.
Oh, isn't
he Joe? Joella.
Anyway, but he's written a book and he.
Why are we doing this?
No. But basically,
it's bizarre,
I thought the show was quite well created until he went over to America, and it turned into a promotion of gay and lesbian rights.
Yeah, wasn't that the bit, Gary? That's the bit I'm talking about when they talk about Sam Pepper, who's the bloke.
Sam Pepper was on Big Brother.
No, I know he was on Big Brother.
Yeah, he wasn't on this.
No, he was. Oh, will you let me finish?
No, he wasn't on it.
He wasn't on it. He wasn't on it, but they were talking. On it. They were talking about him because of his sort of controversial things that he does on his blog.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they went to America to interview that woman who does the sex education thing.
Okay.
But I know Sam Pepper wasn't on it.
Yeah, he wasn't on it, and I didn't say he was on it. I was just saying that they talked about him on it. I didn't think we'd get into an argument about it.
You two, can you take to go a separate call?
Well, it's just Luke telling me something about a program that he didn't watch that I did watch a bit of. Like,
but you know he's like this, Matt. If he hasn't had
I know.
Medicine and his trip out today, he'll be antsy all the time. It wasn't that great, and I did give it up. Not because I'm anti-gay and lesbian, let's not get this right. It's just that the whole show changed once they went to America to that, and that wasn't what I thought the show was about. Fair enough.
How did it change, though, Gary? You say...
Well, because basically they went and talked... They focused very much more on people coming out on vlogs, and how that had influenced gay and lesbian...
But surely that wasn't going to be the whole last 15 minutes of it.
Well, I don't know, but that was...
You'll never know now.
It was a good 10 minutes beforehand, and it looked like that's where they were going. And I just thought, I thought it was going to be about vlogging. Now it's about coming out on a vlog. It had changed the way...
I think it was different things, wasn't it, though? Because it was like that bit I saw where they talked about Sam Pepper, even though he wasn't on the programme, was about how far they can go in terms of sexual contact and things like that, because they showed one of his videos where he basically got women to make out with him, didn't they?
That's right, they did, yes, they did talk.
But he wasn't on it.
To be clear...
Was he not?
No.
He wasn't on it.
Pick of the week, I don't care. Pick of the week.
Prepared for this week, I don't know what I'm going to pick.
Oh, no, I think you do. I think we're going to pick the same thing. A pick of the week. This is when we look ahead for the next week's telly, tell you what you should watch. BBC One, Tuesday, 9 PM, The Return of Happy Valley. Done. What else is there?
Isn't Addicted to Sheep on soon? When's that on?
That's on Monday.
That's
okay.
Monday, BBC 4, but at the same time, Monday, 9 o'clock on Channel 5, The X-Files return. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be my pick of the week next week.
Those are the two things, aren't they? And I'll say The Good Wife. Just keep watching it.
If you want Happy Valley, you can have it.
Yeah, and Happy Valley. Those are the two things. Yeah, definitely Happy Valley, but that goes without saying.
Gary reckons he can't watch that because it's too northern.
Well, no, I tried. I didn't get very far in the first time around. I tried to watch it when BBC Three showed it in November or something, and I watched 3 episodes, and I just didn't get it. And I don't know whether it was. Yeah, I watched 3 of them,
and
I just didn't get it.
Hang on.
So I stopped.
Why? What was there not to get?
I didn't get the characters. I don't know. I just didn't get it. Sorry.
I'd hate to fall out with you both, but I don't know what there isn't to get.
It's easy done, don't panic. I watched the first episode because you two ranted on about it, and I thought, okay, what's the second one? What's the second one? I'm like, I'm not enjoying this. And by the time I got to the third one, I was like, I don't get it.
We've watched the first, I've watched the first 2.
I haven't watched the second one yet. I will before the first one's on. But I mean, this is everything Broadchurch 2 isn't. I mean, this is just... There's a great opening scene which completely plunges you back into the world of Happy Valley without even trying, and it is just
and I think
they've
worked in the old characters well, and the new characters all make sense.
I have a tiny
reservation. Okay, we'll talk about.
Yeah.
I think I know where it is. I think it's in the Fatal Attraction part of the story, isn't it?
No, it's not actually.
Okay.
I think I like her. There's one thing I'll tell you off. If you want to, you can follow me on Twitter at LukeCusterTV, Gary at The Gary Show, and Matt at Matt's TV Bites.
And I will be tweeting my tea very soon.
Facebook, iTunes, all the rest of it. Get this podcast delivered to the MP3 player of your choice. So we'll be back next week to discuss Happy Valley.
The X-Files.
Other things, the X-Files. It's interesting doing this podcast because I literally had no idea what we were going to talk about. We've fallen out over the vloggers.
Well, why don't you read the document that I do every week?
No idea what we're going to talk about. Okay.
Can I just say that today, Luke Skyped me this morning and said, "Oh, why are we doing a podcast tonight?" And then,
no, I didn't. I said, "What are we going to